What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the NBA Slate Starter podcast. I'm Eric, joined with my buddy Ryan as we break down Thursday's three-game NBA DFS slate on DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo. I don't even want to talk about today. I have no D'Anthony Melton, and I'm still getting murdered. It doesn't feel good. I felt like my lineups were good, but then Scotty Barnes, this whole Toronto thing, man, nobody ended up getting there. We had 15 dudes go for 60 plus, and it feels like I don't have enough of any of them. And to top it off, Jimmy Butler, I was in love with. Had a ton of him on FanDuel. He ends up getting hurt. I have 0% Bam Adebayo, who benefits so drastically in the event that Jimmy Butler's not on the floor. Well, he got ejected. That's brutal. Ryan, how's your night going?
Yeah, it's disappointing. Honestly, I had a lot of Jimmy Butler. That was really awful. I ended up playing a lot of Melton and Conjar. Melton side didn't work out for me. I have a lot of the Utah guys, and none of the Utah guys are cracking the perfect lineup at this moment, which is awfully disappointing. Just one of those days where all the graded out plays just don't pan out as good as the outlier performances that there are. And this will happen on a 13-game slate. It is what it is. Tough to swallow, just being so far away from first place.
Yeah, in the words of the great American poet Limp Bizkit, it's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everybody's effed up. Everybody sucks. Legitimately, that's all it was. So let's get into tomorrow. Let's talk some Thursday. We're going to fly through this one. I don't know why the NBA sandwich is a 13-game slate between a 2 and a 3-game slate, but that's just what we're here to do. We can only play the slates that we're given, not the ones that we want or deserve. So smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, notification bell. We need it. Our egos are bruised. Things are difficult here in the NBA DFS streets for today. Such as oh my God, Terrence Davis is just destroying this slate into a million little pieces, but such is life. Let's get over to tomorrow. You ready to get going? My equally sad friend.
Oh, let's ride.
I don't even know what to say about today. I felt like I had good lineups too. Steph Curry 10-5, Luka Doncic 10-4, coming off of a annihilation of this slate. I bet he's popular tomorrow. Steph Curry. Apparently, he's just never going to hit a ceiling again. I mean, obviously, you got to give him a little bit of an exemption. They played Detroit. Now they're going to play the freaking Indiana Pacers on a back-to-back. So best of luck to you, Pacers, facing Steph Curry there tomorrow. But 10-5, 10-4. Luka's definitely going to be the more popular one. Devin Booker there at 8,300. Brandon Ingram, 8K. Now we're looking at a little bit cheaper numbers there for them. And Devin Booker just came off of 71 fantasy points. No doubt about it. He's going to be another guy that's just very popular on the slate. Curious what happens with Indiana. I can't imagine Malcolm Brogdon plays on a back-to-back. Coming off of an Achilles injury, he's playing here tonight. He's active. He started. We're looking at Karis LeVert, sub 8K. Maybe that'll be a decent enough spot to go. But we've got 2 games starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time and 1 starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know about this Indiana Golden State game. It's probably going to be a low spread. Obviously, Golden State plays good defense. But, what are you kind of looking to do here at guard to get a little bit different? Because it looks like Luka, Devin Booker, Brandon Ingram, 8K for me, and everybody else.
Yeah, the guard position, it's a 3-game slate. You can jam in some of the studs who just go off. I think they'll be fine, and the value doesn't have to be amazing to make that happen. The raw points of just getting the solid plays will just pan out for you. Spending up for Luka is completely fine. 10-4, tough matchup against Phoenix. I don't mind going to Steph Curry in a much favorable matchup against Indiana. Now, in the next tier of guards, I really like Brandon Ingram. The Knicks team just is not good. They're not playing that well. I like Ingram to play pretty well against this Knicks team. Now, spending a bit down in the mid-tier guys, I think Gary Payton, Klay Thompson are fine options to consider. Very nice to see Klay Thompson be very effective from the outside. He was shooting, not as obviously nothing like Klay Thompson, but getting his feet back under him. I don't mind going to that price tag on DK, especially where you get the 3-point bonus. And then you get a sub 4K Gary Payton II. I like going there. And balance build, I like going to Chris Paul over Devin Booker. I do think you can do a lot with $800 tomorrow.
I think that all of that is fair. $800. Yeah, that's going to go a long ways. DK's had some tighter pricing. I'll say Chris Duarte, 4,300. I expect him to be a popular piece of value. He had, he had 47 fantasy points against the Clippers the other night. He's going right now. I believe he has 12 in the early going there. I can't imagine he won't be popular. Rookie out of Oregon. Quack, quack for all of you people who like the Live Before Lock show. And Greg's running joke about me doing things with ducks. Quack, quack. All right. I don't really have anything else to add. Do you have anything else you want to add? I mean, it's a 3-game slate. I'm in a bad mood. I mean, you can take the Cameron Payne shot, 4,200. Probably don't want to play Chris Paul in those lineups, or at least give him a little bit of a downgrade. Not that, a cheat Cameron Payne can't still get there, but you're kind of playing it for blowout run. Nikhil Alexander Walker down to 3,600 is just jarring to look at, but he deserves it because he sucks. Anything else you really want to talk about?
Yeah, a guy like Nikhil Alexander Walker is fine because it gives you the opportunity to get in some high-priced studs. It'll feel gross, but it's a 2-game slate. A lot of things just open up just by spending down at a spot.
Different puzzle to put together altogether over on FanDuel. 10-9 Luka, 10-3 Steph Curry here, but now is where it gets interesting. We have a 9K Devin Booker, and then we have a 7,800 Chris Paul. Now, one is going to be more popular than the other, and Devin Booker's obviously shown the ceilings, but I mean, this is why you want to play multiple sites, especially our sponsor Yahoo, because you get some of these pricing discrepancies. You can find some different builds, find some different ways to get a little bit different. I don't know how popular Devin Booker will be tomorrow, but I'm willing to be rostering him and find out here. If Malcolm Brogdon plays on a back-to-back, I'd be shocked. 6,600, that would be a good number, though, I suppose. I'm not sure what the numbers, the minutes will look like here tonight, but 5,500 Kemba Walker. I loved him the other night at 4,900. Now it's up to 5,500. Don't care. Think I'll roster a ton of him. Saw him play 29 minutes. Everybody else did too. It's kind of bummed out. I was hoping he would just destroy that 2-game slate, or I obviously wish that I could have played a 4,900 Kemba on a massive, like a bigger slate, but 5,500 still going to get there. How about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I think on the size of the slate, New Orleans really doesn't worry me. I like going to Kemba Walker a lot at $5,500 on FanDuel. A pivot off of him is Devontae Graham. If he were to go at 5,400, no issues going there. The way FanDuel works out, you can definitely roster both. But if you want to spend up, I like the savings with Curry off of Doncic, $600. But Doncic obviously is matchup proof. Doncic playing on a back-to-back. He played pretty well today in terms of just overall basketball. Did they end up winning the game? Or I know it was a close one, but
yeah, I watched the end of it. Mavericks won. They won a close one.
Yeah, they've been playing really good team basketball of late. Now, the other day we saw Alec Burks go to the bench and pretty much lost his rotation run. He's out of play for me. Evan Fournier played well on the other night. I would like to see him put a string together of 3 to 4 good games. We just haven't seen that all season long. But I don't mind taking some chances on Fournier. Now, over there in FanDuel, Karis LeVert, 8,100. Potentially no Brogdon on a back-to-back. We'll see what that ends up happening there. I don't mind taking chances on an 8,100 LeVert. And that's honestly about it. It's pricing's pretty. It's a 3-game slate, so it's fine. There's no extreme value that sticks out at this point.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, there's one piece of value. You want to talk about a pricing discrepancy? Here you go. Luka Doncic is $50. Steph Curry is $39 over on Yahoo. One of those things is not like the other. Play multiple sites. Play at our sponsor Yahoo. Devin Booker $36. Brandon Ingram $35. Chris Paul $33. I mean, I'm going to prioritize Steph Curry. I bet the field does too. But playing over at Yahoo tomorrow, and just another fun, different puzzle to put together. Play multiple sites. Can't say it enough. Kemba Walker $18. Chris Duarte $17. Might be a source of value. Klay Thompson $17. They ended up playing him a little bit in garbage run. Played 22 minutes, but they were still pretty pedestrian with his minutes here. I've said this. I mean, I said it last slate. I thought it was the first slate he was in play, period, because it was a 2-gamer. I think he's definitely in play again tomorrow at $17 on a 3-gamer. But if he ends up being pretty darn popular, I think there's a number of ways you can find to get different. Obviously, don't play Gary Payton the second now that he's gone down to this diminished, ridiculous role. But anything really stick out to you on Yahoo to get a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, Yahoo's already aggressively priced Curry with like Klay Thompson full to go. It's a 3-game slate. Really love the savings there. I like spending down to guys like Kemba Walker at 18, $11 Peyton, $11 Payne is completely fine as well. $11 Quickly. All these guys are spend down options to just jamming a ton of studs. So I don't have any issues doing that, taking that route as well. Jordan Poole with Klay Thompson back is just not a relevant player at these current prices. At one point, he will fall low enough, or Klay Thompson missing a back-to-back type of situation where we will be definitely going to him. Outside of that, no one really sticks out at all. I mean, Brandon Ingram is a great contrarian spend-up option at $35 along with Doncic. Just the nature of a three-game slate, you got to be willing to take some chances with the upside of some players.
This is a depressing version of the Slate Starter, I'm not going to lie. I mean, we're just in a bad mood all around. You know what'll cheer you up, though? If you're a new user over at Yahoo, you can get 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum for $10. You deposit $10 or more if you would like. I would recommend more because there's always promotions going on. But $10 or more is the going rate. You can play in any of the paid contests. Best NFL contest, bar none, period, for this NFL weekend. NBA contests going on all the time. NHL, also PGA. They've had some really good PGA offerings. Obviously, I do a lot of golf content here at Awesemo as well. Do the PGA Live Before Lock with Ben Raza. We were talking a little bit today just about some of the benefits. This $20 they have going on Yahoo. 12.3% management fee, or rake as other people call it. That's going to be the lowest you find for that kind of price point contest, by about 4% on DraftKings and FanDuel. So you get a little bit more bang for your buck. You definitely want to get into Yahoo to be able to play in some of those type contests, because that's going to be how you really can build the bankroll, how you can really give yourself opportunities to go make some serious money. And of course, 100K to first, so many different contests going for the NFL weekend. So stop guessing, start winning. Join us at Awesemo through this promotion as a new Yahoo user. No better way than this promotion to get your feet wet here at Awesemo.com. Cool. I'm not in a better mood. Everything sucks. LeBron James is 28. Domantas Sabonis is playing well. He's got 22. That was a big stand. Chris Duarte, 16 and a half, and Taylor Horton-Tucker, 15. Not going to be a good night. Not going to be a good night. To forward, hey, Domantas Sabonis, there he is, 10K. Goga Bitadze is actually playing like meaningful minutes again. I find that kind of surprising, but it's still Domantas Sabonis now. Malcolm Brogdon's back, but still, he's a guy who can definitely spark some upside any given time. Just going to be hard to pay 10K for him when you have Julius Randle, 9,100. He was kind of the guy you needed to have on that 2-gamer, no way around it. They lost to Minnesota in a closey, still put up 56 plus. He ended up being somebody that Awesemo was really projecting out well. Wish I had gotten to more of him, even with Kemba Walker there in the starting lineup. I liked him, and I had 50%, but that was still somehow, some way under the field over on FanDuel. Brandon Ingram, 8K. Porzingis, 7,600. That's a nice number to be looking at. Back-to-back, be on high alert here, because you had him. You had Kleba, somebody who got upgraded to probable and ended up playing today. Just be on the lookout. There's going to probably be some of those guys that get ruled out. That's what Live Before Lock's for. That's what the deeper dive's for. But Ryan, what sticks out to you forward over on DraftKings?
I like going to Ingram. Obviously, $4 8K. We touched on him with the guard position. The Golden State situation, there's no Otto Porter tomorrow managing his foot injury. I do think Andre Iguodala will play those minutes, and Kuminga has earned the right to continue to start with no Draymond Green. Expect Kuminga to be very popular tomorrow yet again against this Indiana team. And he got very popular in a hurry the other night. So on a 3-game slate, guys priced around him are not as appealing as himself. I think Herbert Jones is the viable pivot. You can definitely roster both along, and Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be interesting as well. So there's a lot of pivots off of a potentially popular John Kuminga tomorrow, aka the Cum Bucket. So other guys that you should be taking some bullets on: Porzingis, no DeAndre Ayton in that front court tomorrow. He should be able to play well, and the $7,600 Porzingis is pretty appealing to me as well. No outstanding value of the way things stand right now. I expect Andrew Wiggins to be low owned, and he has the ceiling to play like a spike potentially comes in sub 30% owned on a slate like tomorrow. So he's a guy you can target on with some upside. Josh Hart is another one, ceiling upside as well. Outside of that, it's very meh forward position. Spend ups in Sabonis and Randall. You can definitely jam in both. I don't. I do think going to Sabonis over Randall would be my take at this moment.
Yeah, I think the center position is going to be where this entire slate is won or lost. I find it hard to get away from the likes of Kaminga, from the likes of Herbert Jones, 4,400. It's just a large allotment of minutes. He plays usually high 20s, low 30s, more so towards low 30s minutes in a lot of these spots. And, it's just kind of a price point there where it's hard for me not to have some interest. I think it's 6,300. Josh Hart on a 3-game slate will garner a lot of interest. I mean, everybody's going to garner some interest, no doubt about it. Cam Johnson's back 4,600. That kind of alleviates any need to try to make any of those Phoenix guys a thing for me. I'm really not looking at doing a whole heck of a lot with, Miles Bridges is 4,800. I suppose just because of the minutes allotment there, I can't make that case for Herbert Jones and then not say it necessarily for a guy who can play up to 40 minutes in a given time, Miles Bridges. But with Cam Johnson back, it just makes it a lot less appealing for me to take any kind of a large portfolio stance with any of those dudes. I'm just looking at that $4,300 Herbert Jones, Chris Duarte, Kaminga, $4,300 and $4,400 respectively. That's going to be where I land a lot. But let's head on over to FanDuel. I'm thinking that on the top end here, Brandon Ingram, 8,200, and at power forward, Domantas Sabonis, Julius Randle, 9,600, 8,700. Kristaps Porzingis a little less appealing over there, 8,500 for him, and Herbert Jones, 5,800. Pass, play him on DraftKings. Looking over at small forward though, RJ Barrett with Kemba Walker back, it is just going to limit him. He ended up only going for 20, and it's just a fact. Kemba Walker cuts into his rates pretty extremely. But 6,500, we're at least in a conversation on a 3-game slate where I think those are the kind of guys, him, Josh Hart, Andrew Wiggins, this entire midsection is going to be a very, very interesting play on this slate. But play Brandon Ingram at small forward, play Julius Randle at 8,700 on power forward, move on with your day in most lineups. What sticks out to you at forward, Ryan?
Yeah, guys have small forward, power forward eligibility over there on FanDuel and DraftKings. On FanDuel. I like Randall. I really like Wiggins at 6,300. I prefer Wiggins to Hart. The next tier of guys, RJ Barrett, is just because of the nature of the slate. I think you should be taking some chances on a guy like him just because it's a 3-game slate, and we don't have guys who have a ceiling of 40 really priced cheaper than Brandon Ingram, it feels like. So it's a gross slate. Mikal Bridges steals and blocks upside at 4,700 is a nice spend down option as well. So there's no if there's no Brogdon tomorrow, they'll open up more usage for a guy like Harris LeVert, even at $8,100. It's just the nature of the slate. There's you can definitely tell me that you want to roster anyone who gets significant rotation run, and I'll say, yeah, sure. But make sure, because it's just getting the right upside at the right time on these short slates. It really pans out for you.
Yeah, we'll see where the minutes come in for a guy like O'Shea Brissett here tonight. But, he's 3,700. That's somebody you can consider. And I hate to say it, Juan Toscano Anderberg. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to check out Live Before Lock. Craig Ehrenberg. He's definitely made Juan Toscano Anderson his thing in a bad way. 3,600 there for him. Andre Iguodala, 37. I guess so long as he's good to go here after having that little tiny hip issue. He's a vet. If he decides to sit out here, so be it. But yeah, that's going to be a fascinating thing. 5,900 for Kuminga over on FanDuel. Well done by them to price the dude up to a place where it's not just like on DK where he's going to be massively, massively popular. But here we go to Yahoo. Domantas Sabonis, $41. Kristaps Porzingis, $40. Julius Randle, $37. I think Randle should be the most popular of that grouping, and I think he will be the most popular of that grouping. Then the next tier, Hart, Barrett, Wiggins. I mean, Wiggins is going to be my favorite. I think based on what you said on FanDuel, it'll be your favorite too. So that's kind of it. Randle, Wiggins. Anything else stick out to you at forward?
Over there on forward on our sponsor, Yahoo, I mean, it's just, you can do anything really. I mean, you can spend down to guys like Kuminga, Maxi Kleber, O'Shea Brissett is $10. Look, tomorrow on a 3-game slate, sometimes in Yahoo, a $10 play can get you 11 points, and that'll be fine because it'll help you jammed in the right combination of studs that just pop off. And that has happened time and time again. But I think if you want to spend up, I like spending up for an Andrew Wiggins. I like spending up for a $37 Julius Randle here. So both these guys, I mean, there are ways to jam in both of them. I think Porzingis might come in a little bit lower owned for the potential upside. I know it's a tough Phoenix matchup, but Porzingis has the capability of just popping off. And on a short slate like that, if you get a low owned guy, he's the type of guy you definitely want to be over the field, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Let's round out this shorter edition. And again, yesterday it took me 3.5 hours for the file to upload last night.
I was waiting for it to go up, and I was like, I can't wait for this anymore.
YouTube was having issues. I Googled it and was trying to figure out what was going on, and it took till 12:30.
It was also a long show.
It was also me working a 14-hour day today. Ooh. I was up at 6. So I did 4 shows. Now this is number 5. 3 different sports. I'm pretty tired. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? I love this job. This is really fun. I get to talk sports all day. I wish I had made money. That would have been nice, but work all day to lose money, Rayen. That's the autobiography of playing DFS, I suppose, for a majority of days. But then when you smash, you need to smash and make money. That's the life of a tournament player. Domantas Sabonis, $10K at center. Obviously, center eligible over on DK. Jonas Valanciunas, 7,700. I mean, we got a lot of outs surrounding him there, so don't click on the other guys. Click on Jonas Valanciunas. 33 minutes, 46.5 fantasy points. I bet he's pretty popular tomorrow because you have a drop-off after that again. Mitchell Robinson, $5,200. We're just kind of doing the same slate we had, just where you don't have Cat, and Cat can't disappoint me tomorrow, so that's cool. Domantas Sabonis could play him at some center, but Jonas Valanciunas, it's going to be a lot of him or bust, but the biggest decision point we have on the entire slate is at the center position. When I said that we were going to have to be looking at one thing in particular about this slate, and I think it's going to be where it's won or lost. It is going to be guessing right on what the hell is going on in Phoenix. Bismack Biyombo ended up outpacing in minutes JaVale McGee. Now, JaVale McGee is a ridiculous fantasy point per minute player, but it has not been that way lately. And Biyombo has been serviceable. He now has a contract there. He put up 17 and 14. He's 4K, identical to JaVale McGee. Rayen, I have a feeling I know who you're going to prefer. Is it McGee, and why?
It's going to be McGee for me, I think. I missed the MLK Bismack Biyombo day, so I didn't play the MLK night slate. But I think going to JaVale McGee is fine. It's a short enough slate, and if you somehow want a roster or spend up everywhere else and you get both in your lineup, I won't fault you for it. There are ways that can definitely work out for you. Yes, it's going to be feeling gross going into it, but it can definitely work out. It's worked out multiple times before in short slates like this.
So hang on. So let me get this straight. So you're saying play McGee and Biyombo together?
You can. It's not a preferred route for me. I think
right. Same.
I would definitely want to be spending up for a Valanciunas, taking some sprinkling and some Robinson. So it's not something, if you somehow land on both, be like, oh, I need 4K guy to make this work, and you want to mix and match some different guys around that price range, it can work out. They could both play 24 minutes and just be elite, but the odds on that happening are very slim. But little combinations like that are going to be low owned. Herbert Jones always has center eligibility. This guy, I just don't know how he's been this impressive. Willie Green's just playing him all the minutes. And he was not drafted as high. The guy who's more talented for sure is Trey Murphy. And clearly Willie Green's just giving anyone who seems to earn minutes. Like they had this G League guy, Jose Alvarado, come off like,
oh yeah.
And they just gave him solid rotational run. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on?
Yeah, he's played like 15, 16 minutes every game for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, and this guy is not NBA. He's not NBA talented for sure. He should not be in the league. He's not that good. So I'm like, damn, this guy really just likes work ethic. And I don't know. Clearly, in that circumstance, Zion Williamson's never going to touch the court for Willie Green. But I think going down the list here, Kevon Looney's yet again in play against a potential big front court matchup against Indiana, trying to maintain Sabonis. Outside of that, spending up makes a lot of sense tomorrow on the center slate.
Yes, it does. And then also spending down too. One of those Phoenix guys, Godspeed to all of us figuring out who the hell's going to go off tomorrow, because I do not know anymore. I hope it's McGee, probably, because I'm assuming I'm going to roster him the most. Just do your thing again. It was so much easier like a month and a half ago rostering this cat, but whatever. Domantas Sabonis, 9,600. Julius Randle, 8,700. Kristaps Porzingis, 8,500. J-Val, 7,300. That's just stupid. As a dumb tag. He'll be popular. A sub 5K JaVale McGee is going to be popular. Goga Bitadze is up to 5K. That's kind of hilarious. Pretty knee-jerk reaction to that. But once again, I'm talking a little bit of Phoenix basketball here where, you can't play Jalen Smith there. Bismack Biyombo is not in the player pool, actually. There he is, 5,200. Okay, he's expensive there. Just play JaVale McGee on FanDuel.
Yeah. McGee is definitely the route there. And the Biyombo signing is just, I think it's just to contain Nikola Jokic if they're a potential matchup. I mean, he's a fine defensive center, can hold his own, but what other bigs are really going to bother DeAndre Ayton for this Phoenix team in the West? So maybe it's an Anthony Davis matchup. Who knows? But I was really curious to why him. I felt like they could have used another two guard. I mean, Landry Shamit's there, but no wing or something. But it was interesting to get another front court guy for them. But looking over here, Valanciunas center only 7,300. I love that price tag quite a bit. He's a great spend up from McGee. And other guys who have center eligibility that are in play, I think you can definitely roster guys like Sabonis and Porzingis at center eligible. If you want to spend all the way down to Taj Gibson and just jam in studs elsewhere, I don't recommend it, but that's one way to get cute and have fun on a 3-game slate.
Houston just beat Utah. That's so incredible.
They did. I was annoyed. I was hoping for overtime because I had a lot of Utah exposure, and no one on Utah really got there for you. Which was
God forbid something went well for you or me tonight. I'm always cheering for more than me, which is a weird thing to say out loud. Actually, that's not true. I'm getting a puppy next week. I need all the money I can get. Jesus.
You are getting a puppy next
week.
A
puppy. Just wait. I think we'll debut him on the Slate Starter. Take a pick, and then that'll be a nice way to get some extra views. We're DFS and puppy people meet together. The NBA Slate Starter Pod. We're just gonna rebrand it into a Burmese Mountain Dog situation, but such is life.
That dog is gonna be huge. Good luck.
He's gonna be a Goga Bitadze. He's gonna be a Nikola Jokic. He's gonna be thick. He's gonna be wide. I'm done using those ways of describing a puppy. That sounds creepy. But here we go. Jonas Valanciunas, $31 on the top end. Mitchell Robinson, $20. JaVale McGee, $15. Now we're talking Bismack Biyombo, $13. You could probably make some shots there. I don't really mind it. Play more than one lineup. But again, for me over here, I'm going to play some J-Val. You're going to play some J-Val. So JaVale, if you will. You're going to play those two a lot. And then you're going to move on with your day. God, is that the grossest position of all time other than those two dudes over on Yahoo?
Yeah, you could definitely just go to Valanciunas. That's fine. Get the raw points there. If you don't want to go there, if Valanciunas struggles, sprinkling the likes of Mickey, Looney, and Bitadze are completely fine with me. It's the center slate, and if for some reason Biyombo's super popular, I think I'll be shying away.
I love it. Ryan, bang. Sub 30 minutes. Any final words for the people?
We'll bounce back tomorrow. It's a new day. It was just, if you got burned by the Butler ejection, Anthony Edwards ejection, don't worry, you are not alone. Burned by the DeAnthony Melton dud of a performance, you are not alone. You just come back, bounce right back, and we attack tomorrow's 3-gamer and we move on.
Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. All these 90s songs just going through my head. It's a beautiful thing. He's Ryan. He's one of the best players in the world. I'm Eric. I am certainly not one of the best players in the world today. We'll see you guys later.